The mood at Birmingham City has shifted from celebration to a full confrontation with reality. The dream of back-to-back promotions, of powering through the divisions without slowing down, is over. After the narrow but damaging defeat to Blackburn Rovers on Good Friday, frustration settled heavily around St Andrews. What once felt like unstoppable momentum after last season's record-breaking League One title has now been replaced by a harsh championship reality. 14th place after 40 games says everything. With just 6 matches left and an 11-point gap to the playoffs currently held by Wrexham, the conversation has moved beyond tactics. It's now about direction. Knighthead didn't invest adrift in mid-table. The expectation was clear acceleration towards the Premier League. Instead, this season has stalled at a critical point. That's why the comments from Adam Virgo carry real weight. Speaking to the Football League paper, he didn't dress it up. Sacking Chris Davies now wouldn't be a reset, it would be a rupture. A massive mistake. The logic is straightforward. Davies isn't just a coach chasing results week to week. He's the architect of this squad. Every signing, every role, every tactical idea has been built around his system. His background, shaped at clubs like Celtic FC, Leicester City FC, and Tottenham Hotspur FC, points to a coach developed for long-term structure, not short-term reaction. The argument isn't that results are good enough, it's that continuity might be the only way to make this project actually work. Still, the pressure is real. Davies, just 41, has a record of 60 wins, 22 draws and 22 defeats in 104 games. On paper, that suggests progress. But under Knighthead, context matters more than numbers. An 11-point gap to the top 6 reframes everything. Supporter sentiment is shifting. There's a growing feeling that this squad, technically strong on paper, lacks cutting edge when it matters most. That gap between quality and output is where frustration builds. And with ambitious ownership in place, the idea of bringing in a bigger, more experienced name is no longer just talk. It's a real option. The next test came and it delivered a verdict Birmingham City couldn't avoid. The trip to Portman Road ended in a 2-1 defeat to Ipswich Town, and with it came the realization that this was more than just another missed opportunity. It exposed the gap between ambition and reality. Ipswich, still pushing for automatic promotion alongside Millwall and Middlesbrough, showed exactly what's required at the top end of the Championship. Birmingham, by contrast, showed glimpses, but not enough control, not enough ruthlessness. This was meant to be a test of credibility. Instead, it raised serious doubts about whether they truly belong in that conversation right now. A result like this doesn't just cost points, it shifts belief. The kind of performance that could have strengthened confidence in Chris Davies has instead increased the pressure. There were moments of structure, moments of intent, but once again, not the consistency needed over 90 minutes. And that leaves Knighthead facing a more urgent decision. Do they remain committed to a manager who delivered a title and built a clear football identity, or do they pivot towards a more immediate, results-driven approach as the gap to the top continues to grow? The risk of change is now even clearer. This squad wasn't built for a generic reset. It was designed specifically for Davies' system, his positional play, his tactical ideas, his structure. Replacing him wouldn't just mean a new voice on the touchline, it would mean reshaping the entire framework from style of play to player roles and long-term planning. Which brings everything back to one unavoidable question. Is patience still the smart play in the face of mounting evidence, or does ambition now demand decisive action? Was Adam Virgo right to warn against a massive mistake, or has this result confirmed that the moment for ruthlessness has already arrived?